Junior forward from McDowell, number 8, Gino Heenan. Senior forward, senior defenseman from McDowell, number 12, Ty Turner. Number 11, I'm sorry. Senior forward from Montour, number 14, Dalton Zoka. Senior forward from West Allegheny, number 17, Max Tepsick.
I've got Tanner
Junior
Heitkamp
forward,
coming up for an interview
number 23,
during the second at some point up, so let me know whenever I'll let Todd know whenever I walk back over with them.
Senior forward,
and then you can throw it to me,
Montour,
okay?
number 27, David Struka. Sophomore forward from Char Valley, number 28, Brady Naren. Senior goaltender from McDowell, number 30, Ryan Elkin. Junior goaltender from North Catholic, number 35, Dylan Ford. Junior defenseman from North Catholic, number 37, Colin Nera. Junior forward from North Catholic, number 40, Ryan Berry. Junior goaltender from Blackhawk, number 44, Evan Kennelly. Senior defenseman from Beaver, number 61, Anthony Dawson. Senior forward from West Allegheny, number 62, Luke Yergo. Senior forward from West A, number 72, Pascal Hively. Junior defenseman from Char Valley, number 87, Luke Hines. Senior forward from McDowell, number 88, Brayden Martin. Senior forward from Montour, number 88, Holden Wopula. Senior forward from Blackhawk, number 91, Jake Hofer. Senior forward from McDowell, number 97, Nico Patel. Junior forward from McDowell, number 11, Ty Turner. Correction, that was number 10, Alex Lim, the senior defenseman for McDowell. Team Blues head coach is Jason Evans. The assistant coaches are James Tyndall and John Hoffman. And now, let's meet Team Gold! Junior defenseman, North Hills, number 3, Joey Spivak. Junior forward from Avonworth, number 5, Austin Gaddy. Junior forward from Moon, number 10, Noah Driscoll. Junior forward from North Catholic, number 14, Amelia Laracuti. Senior forward from Moon, number 14, Randy Shepard. Senior forward, Quaker Valley, number 14, Brayden Steffi. Senior defenseman from Avonworth, number 15, Avery Leffler. Junior defenseman from Quaker Valley, number 16, Will Watson. Senior forward from Quaker Valley, number 18, Ben Carlson. Senior forward, North Hills, number 21, Alec Beagle. Senior forward for Moon, number 22, Brendan Cameronese. Freshman forward from Wheeling Park, number 25, Luke Simonetti. Sophomore forward from Avonworth, number 27, Carl Rustin.
Is that Morgantown?
Senior forward from Boone, number 27, Braden Woods.
There are a couple of West Virginia who both play a PA schedule because West Virginia doesn't really
Senior
have
goaltender from Wheeling Park, number 29, Noah Brenton. Senior goaltender from North Hills, number 29, Cole Winter. Senior defenseman from North Hills, number 58, Owen Soroka. Freshman forward from Avonworth, number 69, Joey Moore. Senior defenseman from Moon, number 76, Ethan Cross. Senior forward, North Hills, number 81, Tony Geyer. Freshman defenseman from Quaker Valley, number 83, Jacob Kiesel. Junior forward from North Hills, number 86, Andrew Nazak. And senior goaltender from West Allegheny, number 29, Riley Latta.
North Hills, without a regulation loss entering the All-Star break, they are the only team in the Gold Division that has officially clinched a Penguins Cup playoff spot. And in the meantime, right beneath them, Quaker Valley, McDowell, Montour, North Catholic, and West Allegheny, and Avonworth all could conceivably leapfrog one another for the second of those two first-round byes. North Hills has the first of those first-round byes pretty much locked up, as the top 6 Gold Division teams and top 6 Blue Division teams will each make the Class A Penguins Cup playoffs this season. And right now, West Allegheny just above Avonworth for that last spot. They've jumped above the Lopes, even though the Lopes have owned a shootout victory right before the holiday break that you saw on 10 Band TV over West A. And for North Hills and for Team Gold, boy, it is fascinating to see all these North Hills kids and Quaker Valley kids playing with one another instead of against one another, because those two had a very big game right at the beginning of the new year. North Hills defeating Quaker Valley in this building, Clearview Arena, at the beginning of January for one of the Indians' more important victories to this point of regular season play. And one of the players you just heard introduced, Alec Fiegel, their senior alternate captain, had a big night in that game, earned his 100th career varsity point. Fiegel, a member of that loaded North Hills senior class, and you can watch that game, and you can watch all our games on demand right now on 10 Band TV through the website or through your Roku app or Amazon Fire Stick. And at the other end, a very intriguing group of All-Stars representing Team Blue, including the top 2 point getters in the Gold Division. Nico Catalde leads the overall Class A scoring race with 25 goals and 24 assists for 49 points. Braden Martin, his McDowell Trojans teammate, is tied for 4th in Class A overall scoring with 18 goals, 26 assists, 44 points. And they are both wearing their white color jerseys representing Team Blue, which I know is going to get as confusing for you as it has been at various times for us, but we'll get you through it, no worries. Catalde and Martin both had big games also in this building in a game against West Allegheny, which is one of the teams like North Hills that plays its home games here regularly. And you can watch that game currently on demand as well on 10 Band TV as McDowell and West Allegheny faced off against each other at the beginning of December. And we also want to give a shout out to the sponsor of our Division II All-Star game, which was won by Team Blue over Team Gold 8-6. That being the Mount Washington Shop and Save, and a very special hello to the managers of the Mount Washington Shop and Save, Jim and Michelle Kazarowski. For some reason, that name sounds important. I just can't put my finger on it. So if you're in the Mount Washington area, stop in, save some money, and tell them Matt Popchuk sent you. What the heck? Another shout out is in order to Old Neon for the music that you're going to be hearing during the commercial breaks throughout this game and throughout all our All-Star games today and tonight. And you can hear more from local band Old Neon and lots of other great Pittsburgh area bands on musicfromthe412.com. Also available through the Music from the 412 app on Roku or Amazon Fire enabled devices. And finally, as we continue to pay bills, etc., before the opening faceoff of the Class A Gold Division All-Star game here on PIHL Hockey Night Live on 10 Band TV, which is presented to you by Weight Loss Direct, we also want to throw it out there that Todd Hunter Productions is the official photographer of the 2023 PIHL All-Star Games. Galleries will be available to view with options to purchase at toddhunterproductions.com. For any questions or inquiries, please contact Jared at toddhunterproductions.com. And special thanks to Todd Hunter Productions for the great job they did on our PIHL Hockey Night Live intro, our new one that you've been able to see since the beginning of the calendar year. And you should give Jared a follow at Todd Hunter Prods TODHUNTERPRODS, at Todd Hunter Prods on Twitter. Our good friend Jared Todd Hunter doing great work as always. And both these teams getting ready to have a little fun playing amongst their friends, playing in front of family, but also playing in front of collegiate scouts who are seated up in the Hat Trick Club here inside Clearview Arena. Division I hockey, club hockey, any kind of hockey you can think of being represented here on the island today. And there's a lot of talent in this Class A Gold Division for these scouts to evaluate. And again, I've said it so many times, at the risk of sounding like a broken record, or for the kids today, broken MP3, you get the feeling that any one of the teams in this division can go on a lengthy playoff run and potentially win the Penguins Cup. It is just that deep this season. Team Gold controls the opening faceoff, and Team Gold skates from left to right on your computer, TV, or mobile device. Puck tapped into the defensive zone for Joey Spivak, the North Hills product. Spivak to his defensive partner and North Hills teammate, Owen Soroka. Stolen away by Max Tepsik, the West Allegheny captain, representing Team Blue. Tepsik with a drop pass to the North Catholic product, Colin Nera, whose backhander is deflected wide, bouncing puck in front, and the Big Red has their goaltender, Cole Warner, well supported. And boy, did North Hills find themselves a winner in Warner. Cole Warner with a fabulous senior campaign for the Indians as they've locked up a Penguins Cup playoff spot. And here's Alec Fiegel trying to go cross-ice for Tony Kiger. Those two unable to connect. And it's tapped back to center for Dalton Zolka, who tries to go cross-ice to Pasquale Hively. No, that's Luke Giorgio, unable to take that pass. And up the center it comes for Braden Steffi. Steffi trying to outwork the Beaver youngster, Anthony Dawson. Steffi wins that puck battle and tries to set it out in front for his Quaker Valley teammate, Ben Carlson. Carlson, one of the recent senior night honorees that you saw when Quaker Valley met Avonworth on PIHL Hockey Night Live on 10-Band TV. Carlson captaining Kevin Quinn's Quakers this year, who are looking very sharp in Class A, as they are wont to do. Steffi intercepts in neutral ice. Near side for Carlson. Carlson trying to tap it up ahead to Emilio Laracuente. Steffi to the corner. Couldn't hook up with Carlson. Good defensive maneuver there by Braden Martin on the back check to get it back to neutral ice for Nico Catalde. Catalde dropping for Martin. Martin on his backhand toward the goal, never made it through. It was blocked out in front by Laracuente. And here over center comes Austin Gaddy. Gaddy dumps it in and goes back after his own dump in as he is shielded from the puck by Colin Nera. Near side it comes to the wrong shoulder of Catalde. No icing, referee Miter says. And we now go live to PIHL media coordinator Brian Mitchell early in this scoreless first period as he is standing by live with Division II All-Star and Carrick Cougar captain Tanner Heidkamp.
Actually, Matt Popchak, I'm here with AJ Schaff of Deer Lakes and Kenny Codwaller of Ringgold. We had a little bit of a change here, but thank you for joining me, guys. How's it going today? How was your All-Star Sunday?
It was great. It's kind of slow at the start, but once we got out there on the ice, it was fun, and we ended up having a good day, and we ended up coming out with a win, so it's been good so far.
I got a soft pretzel and a large Pepsi before the game. Good pregame meal. Went out there, played with this guy, had a couple goals, had some fun.
A little bit of sugar and some carbs.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Hey, get you going.
It works for me. That's how you get it going. So, Kenny, talk about your season so far, leading Division II in scoring. How does it feel just to be able to be up on top again this year? And big season for Ringgold so far.
Yeah, we've only lost, I think, 2 or 3 games. Feels good. I'm just trying to play my best, help my team out.
AJ, talk about Deer Lakes and coming back up to the varsity level this season. How's it feel to be able to play on the top level again?
I mean, it's fun. I mean, huge year for us. We only have one loss so far, and we're hoping to continue it out with only one for the rest of the season. We got a couple big challenges coming up for our last 4 games, and hoping to keep climbing myself up on the point leaderboard and that kind of stuff. So.
How's it feel to be at the top of the standings, especially in this season? Chasing Bishop Buchanan, of course, but
I mean, it's good. I mean, we know what we have in front of us, and we're hoping to catch them by the end of the season and hope to get a championship here.
Boo, Bishop Canavan.
Oh, okay, so we got a little bit going on, a little bit of a fight here. All right, Matt Popchalk, we're going to throw it back to you. Thank you for that. I'm Mitch. I'll see you in a couple minutes.
Thank you, Mitch, and thank you, youngsters, as Cole Warner makes a save off to our left. And a couple moments ago, you saw Dylan Bork, son of Pittsburgh Penguins color analyst Phil Bork, the junior goaltender, make a save for Team White, and a nifty one at that, reaching back with his glove. Still scoreless in this first period as Bork makes another loud save, this one off his left leg, as that puck is fired on net. And covered up for the faceoff. Good effort there down low by Braden Woods, the Moon senior. Woods leading that team offensively, and Moon with still a half a dozen games in hand. They've played the fewest games of any of the teams that are being represented in this Class A Gold Division All-Star game, and the Tigers have a real shot at sneaking it into the playoffs as that 5 or 6 seed. By the way, all kidding aside, a pretzel and a Diet Pepsi is my exact pregame meal, so those kids were speaking my language. I almost feel like a part of me has died. I didn't have my hot pretzel before the broadcast. Thank you, Brian Mitchell, once again, for letting AJ Schaff and company join us on the air. And AJ had a phenomenal game for Team Blue in the Division II All-Star game, as he led all players with 9 points, a hat trick, and 6 assists. He and Ringgold's Kenny Cadwallader making a nice duo for Team Blue in their All-Star victory. Meanwhile, back to action here in a scoreless first period, 5 minutes in, as this puck is Murphy dumped up to center and underneath the stick of Jacob Kiesel, and a chance the other way for Dalton Zolka, as Wanner has to cut down the angle, and make that save and hold on for the faceoff. Lara Quente trying to tie up his man off the draw as Team Gold controls the defensive zone puck drop. Up ahead now to Ben Carlson. Carlson top of the right circle, wide of the glove hand of Bork. Now, no surprise that Bork of North Catholic, a recent PIHL Player of the Month honoree who had back-to-back shutouts in November, would get the nod. Cole Warner making a nice case for himself at the other end as a potential PIHL Player of the Month candidate before this regular season is all said and done. And off the face-off, it's Carlson for Team Gold. Up for Steffi. Steffi stick-checked by Hively. Hively unable to locate that puck, but Tepsick, his West Allegheny teammate, comes over the line for Team Blue. Tepsick behind the Team Gold goal line, up to the point for Hively. Hively through traffic, never made it on net. Avery Leffler, the Avonworth co-captain, got in the way out in front. And the Quaker Valley tandem of Carlson and Steffi. Steffi changing on the go as Carlson and Steffi brought it deep into the offensive zone, and Bork was ready from his knees to make that save you just saw a second ago. Lead pass cut off by Spivak. Near side it comes now to Randy Scheffler. Scheffler's shot deflected wide to the far boards. Leffler reverses the play to Scheffler. Scheffler had a pair of goals for Moon in a PIHL Hockey Night Live telecast, a victory over Blackhawk, their Beaver County rival that you saw on 10 Band TV. Scheffler cross ice for Spivak. Spivak from the right circle out in front, bouncing puck. Austin Gaddy, burial! And we've got our first goal of the Gold Division All-Star game. And it comes from an antelope. See, Mitch, I got it right that time. Austin Gaddy, the junior, nuzzling that nylon behind Dylan Bork. And Spivak, the North Hills product, should get the helper on that one, as Team Gold leads Team Blue 1-0 with 8:11 to go in the first period. Gaddy for Spivak, near side, as those two connect one more time. Spivak behind his own net defensively, gave it up to Dawson of Team Blue, and this shot deflected just wide out in front by Martin. Gaddy in the corner, trying to go to Soroka. Soroka defensively plays this puck to the near corner, up for Scheffler. Scheffler trying to tap it around Colin Nera, and does. Scheffler had a man open for a moment, and that was Joey Moore, the Avonworth freshman. Moore with a fabulous start to his varsity campaign for the Lopes as Martin comes back the other way. Martin shoots. He buries it. Think of the children, Braden Martin. And we are tied at 1 with 7:26 to play in the first period. McDowell Sr. Braden Martin, second amongst Class A Gold Division players in points, gets the first goal for Team Blue, and we've got a tie game.
Team Gold goal scored by number 5, Austin Gaddy.
Jacob Kiesel retreating, as Kiesel and Watson, the Quaker Valley pair, are the defensive duo for Team Gold. And this comes deep into Team Blue territory, where it's played by Brendan Camerdes, the Moon captain, representing Team Gold. Camerdes chasing Ryan Berry now of Team Blue as he shoots on Wanner, who makes a save. Bodies collide along the near boards as Luke Hines of the Chartiers Valley Colts, the junior defenseman, plays this puck around the boards. Chartiers Valley, one of our favorite programs to interact with as media members here. They've got a great student section, very active on social media. Been a tough season for the Colts, but always fun to check in on those folks, see how they're doing in PIHL play. Near side for Hines. Hines, and a good kick save made there by Wanner. Hines through traffic, never made it through. The rebound is fired wide by Brady Nairn, Hines' Chartier Valley teammate. Out in front, Barry buries it, and it is 2-1 in favor of Team Blue. You don't want to leave that kid on the doorstep with the puck. Barry, the North Catholic leader in points entering the 2023 calendar year, has given Team Blue a 2-1 lead with just under 6 minutes to play in the first period. We should point out once again that we are playing old school PIHL style, i.e. 15-minute periods, not 17-minute periods like we normally would, and there is no ice cut as there would be in a proper league game between periods 2 and 3. We will cut the ice between the various All-Star games today, but that is all. Andrew Nazak representing North Hills, the top-ranked team in the Gold Division, Penguins Cup playoff bound. Tony Kiger puts it off the mask of Dylan Bork. Good shot, better save. And cleaning up his own mess there is Ty Turner, the McDowell Jr. Up ahead to Zolka. Zolka from distance off the goalie stick of Wanner and out of play. So the action's starting to pick up a little bit as Ryan Berry and Braden Martin have found the net for Team Blue. Austin Gaddy, the lone goal scorer for Team Gold thus far. Clean face-off win there by Zolka. To the point it comes for Hively. To Zolka on the half wall out in front. Picked off by Carson, who deflects it to the near boards. Anthony Dawson, the lone Beaver Bobcat representative, tried to keep it in at the left point. He could not. And now whistle sounds as Team Blue appears to be offside with just over 5 to go in period 1. Soroka up ahead to Carlson. Carlson from distance. Good save made there off the goalie stick of Dylan Bork. Comes back to Soroka. Soroka through traffic, and Bork was ready again. Now Zolka, the Montour product, tried to get it out, but it was gloved down by Lara Quente. Carlson trying to go to Lara Quente between the circles. Bouncing puck controlled and played with a high stick. Actually, they're going to say hand pass, not a high stick, but potato. This faceoff will come outside the Team Blue zone, with the blue team leading 2-1 as time ticks away in this first period. Colin Nera outlets this for Luke Giorgio. Giorgio, tried to go at the side of the net to Jake Hofer, the Blackhawk Cougars' leading scorer, but it was just out of Hofer's reach. And what a senior year he's had for the Cougars, who have had a rough go of it in Class A this year, but got some pretty fascinating individuals on Jim Hofer's club. Tepsik, the West State captain for Team Blue, gets this puck deep. Spivak behind his own net, and his own goaltender, Cole Wanner, sees it go up to the half wall. Picked off by Tepsik for Giorgio. Again, Hofer trying to go to him at the side of the net. Again, Hofer well covered by Austin Gaddy, as whiffing on that attempted shot is Tepsik. Good keep at the point by Hively. Tepsik fighting for possession, but it comes to Joey Moore, who gets it back to neutral ice. Team Blue has to tag up, and this delayed offside will finally be whistled with 3.5 to go in the first. Both teams making some changes. And they're going to say intentional offside, actually, on Team Blue. So this faceoff will come all the way back into Team Blue territory. Scheffler to take it, and he wins it for Team Gold. Around the boards it goes. Camerdis in the corner. Bodied up by Hines. And Nico Catalde gets it up to center, intended for Brady Naird. Braden Martin of the McDowell Trojans will take it, and he snaps it over top the crossbar into the protective netting and out of play. Martin, such a noticeable scoring threat on this Team Blue All-Star squad and all year long for the McDowell Trojans. McDowell battling with Quaker Valley and tied on points with Quaker Valley coming into the All-Star break for that second spot and all-important first-round bye in the Penguins Cup playoffs. Team Gold playing it defensively off its own boards. It comes now to Watson. Watson lost it to Martin. Martin was poke checked by Wanner. Good move there by the North Hill senior. Loose at the post, and somehow that puck dribbles wide. Wanner did not give up on that play, as this shot is fired by Nairn off a Team Gold stick. Never made it to the net. Near side, Randy Scheffler skates it back to center. Stolen by Nairn. Nairn in his own zone goes cross ice for Hively. Hively for Martin, who lets it go by. Avery Leffler at his own blue line for Team Gold. Back to the opposite end as Nairn wants to come off here. Hively from the left circle puts it off Wanner's mask, and he holds it for a faceoff. Final 2:08 of first period play. And a clean faceoff win for Team Blue, which tries to add to a 2-1 lead late in the period. Near corner. Playing this puck is Ty Turner. Lost it to Fiegel. Fiegel with speed in pursuit, but Turner's going to get there first. Put it off his own boards to the corner for Dawson defensively. Stolen by Tony Kiger, the North Hills captain. Kiger in behind the net now. Resets for Leffler. Leffler, his shot was blocked. That was Owen Keister, the Blackhawk product, getting in the way of that one, if I'm not mistaken. Cross ice, it comes to Ethan Kloss. Kloss for Kiger. Kiger trying to go down low, he couldn't. Snapshot That was blocked. Lots of traffic in front of Dylan Bork right now as Team Gold looks for an equalizer. Dawson settles down this puck, puts it off the glass and back through center. And Leffler tries to dummy the icing, and he succeeds in the final minute of first period play. Laura Quente against Tepsic for the face-off to the left of Dylan Bork, the North Catholic netminder. And Bork's Team Blue teammates win that face-off and get it back to neutral ice. Laura Quente retreating. Up for Soroka. Soroka just gets this puck deep. Not long enough for icing. Steffi out in front. Carlson couldn't take the pass. Neither could Soroka as it's tapped up to center by Dalton Zolka. Zolka with some good hustle here in the final half minute of first period play. Team Gold recovering and bringing this puck up through center. Spivak goes after his own dump in. Spivak skating very well. Draw pass, so that went right to the tape of Dalton Zolka as he was trying to connect with Carlson, but the pass was errant. Tepsic with 10 seconds to go as one of the Team Gold players was knocked down from behind by Gino Heenan. Heenan takes a shot on goal. Weiner there to make the save as the final buzzer sounds. Through one period in the PIHL Class A Gold Division All-Star Game, it is Team Blue 2, Team Gold 1. I'm Matt Popchalk, and you're watching it on PIHL Hockey Night Live on 10 Band TV, presented by Weight Loss Direct.
First period, shots on goal. Team Blue.
And so the team switched sides for period 2 of the Class A Gold Division All-Star Game. The Class A Blue Division All-Star Game is coming up next, live on 10 Band TV on PIHL Hockey Night Live. This special edition presented by our friends at Weight Loss Direct. Matt Popchalk on board with you again. Matt Geitka to join us later this evening for the Class AA and Class AAA All-Star contests. Live here from the Clearview Arena, home of the CHA champs, inside the RMU Island Sports Center. The Gold Division on the attack to begin period 2, but that shot was blocked. Good defensive work down low by Hively as it comes to Hofer. Hofer cross ice for Brady Nairn at the half wall. Camardis sending it deep. And now it comes to Gaddy. Gaddy with the lone Team Gold goal thus far. Watson has to wait for his Team Gold teammates to tag up as Hively touches and lets it go to Gaddy. Side of the net, Joey Moore trying a turnaround attempt, but couldn't tee it up. And Watson retreating defensively to play it. Gaddy for his Avonworth teammate Moore. Avonworth, one of those Class A programs that has a very bright future, you would think. Stephen LaShawn, their head coach, on the Team Gold bench, led the JV team to back-to-back championships before taking over the varsity club this year. Team Gold defensively, that's Jake Kiesel for Quaker Valley, playing it up to center. Scheffler, representing the Moon Tigers, comes over the blue line. Scheffler wraps around, looking for his Moon teammate, Camardis. Instead, he'll just hang on to it himself and brings it outside the zone. And a chance the other way. Oh, the outlet pass a little too heavy for Giorgio. And Nico Catalde guilty of icing for Team Blue. A minute 41 into the second period A 2-1 lead for the blue team. Scheffler going forward off a face-off, whiffed on the shot. It comes to Braden Woods, and it's blocked away by the new goaltender for Team Blue, Evan Kennelly, the Blackhawk Jr. Ethan Kloss retreating defensively for Team Gold. Kloss off the stick of Camardis and back to center. Dawson playing it for Team Blue. Gave it away to Camardis, who is working over Catalde for possession of that puck, but Catalde still gets it up to Braden Martin. Martin trying to center it for Catalde. Catalde for Turner. Turner had Wayner off balance, but couldn't hit the target. Brian Mitchell, PIHL Media Coordinator, going to be joining us in just a moment with another ice level interview as this comes back in behind the Team Blue goal line. With it now, losing an edge is Ethan Kloss. Given away to Dawson. Dawson up to center, just beyond the reach of Catalde. And this is icing on Team Blue. Take it away, Brian Mitchell. What do you have for us?
All right, I'm here with Conrad Waite from the Duquesne Dukes ACHA Club. How's it going today, Conrad?
It's going pretty good, Brian. Thanks so much.
Talk about your program a little bit, what Duquesne brings to the table whenever you're looking for prospective players and what you have to give.
Sure. So we have an ACHA D1 and an ACHA D3 team. So we have a lot of options for guys that want to play college hockey. Our ACHA D1 team tends to be, guys more from AA or AAA. Maybe they played AAA hockey or junior hockey as well. But there's some good young guys that come straight out of high school that are ready to step in. D3 is a little bit more relaxed of an option. And pretty much anyone, you play good hockey. It was like, you want to play hockey in college? It was like, you'll have the option to play for us.
You've been doing this for a while with us here.
I have.
Talk about your season so far and how the team's actually doing, the D1, D3. How are you guys going this year?
Sure. So our D1 team is about 500. We're fighting for kind of playoff position right now. We're a real young squad. We have, I think, 11 freshmen and only 2 seniors. So it's been a real growing pain kind of a season. Really good game one day. Maybe take the next day off. But we're a much better team this semester than we were first semester. D3 team is also very, very young. They got their first win as a program earlier this season, and they're starting to kind of turn it around here and make a playoff push in the CHE.
And talking about independent play, single players, we talked about it as a group and such. What are you looking for in prospective players, and what does Duquesne look for in a player?
Yep. So the best thing that translates at our level is how well they think the game. There's a lot of skill these days, and there's a lot of players that definitely could play for us, but how big of a role they have and how successful they are is normally kind of where their brain is at. Other than that, we're looking for, again, smart guys, quicker players, and guys, again, if they're coming out of high school that physically can handle the college game. So, if you put in a little bit of extra work in the weight room and those kind of things, it'll go a long way when you hit college.
All right, well, I'm going to be here with a bunch of college coaches all day today. If you want to come and check it out down at the Hat Trick Club here at RMU, coaches from West Virginia, Duquesne, Robert Morris are here. Mercyhurst is here today. Come up and check it out. I'll be with them all day today. So I'm Mitch. Go back to Pop Chalk. Good luck, buddy.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brian Mitchell, and thank you to the Duquesne Dukes for representing themselves with such dignity and class here at the PIHL All-Star Game. And the Dukes, that we understand, have a pretty big game coming up. That city game against Pitt, I believe, is on the horizon. I just happened to peep their social media the other day. Hey, club hockey's college hockey too. Wherever you go that you can play and you can play, you should go. Some great club programs in the area, including Duquesne, including Pitt, and including several others. And great to see all those coaches out here today checking out the talent in the Pennsylvania Interscholastic Hockey League as this puck is somehow, some way kept out of the net by Kevin Kennelly. And if that's not the save of the day, I don't know what is. Braden Steffi just goes up to him and gives him an attaboy, because what else can you do on that one? That was a remarkable stop by Kennelly as it went off the inside of the post and he reached behind himself and somehow he still had the puck. So the game remains not for nothing, 2-1 in favor of Team Blue with 9:40 to go in the second period. Outlet pass here to Gino Heenan. Heenan dumps it in behind the Team Gold net. Cole Wanner still in goal at the other end for Team Gold, representing the North Hills Indians. Hively from the right point for Heenan. Behind the net, it goes beyond the reach of Tepsic. Nairn will play it around the boards. Give it up to Lara Quente. Lara Quente up ahead of Watson. Nice move there by Will Watson, the junior. Off the right arm of Kennelly. And Kennelly will squeeze this puck from distance in his logo as he denies Jake Kiesel right before the line change. Now, am I dreaming, or is that the Ninja Turtles 2 soundtrack playing in the background? I think I've officially arrived. I am now in my comfort zone. For that hot minute that Vanilla Ice was popular. Stoppage in play as this puck was played with a high stick. Oh, that one takes me back. Brian Mitchell takes me back as well. He's always got a great story to tell.
Something blind here, sir, so I don't know exactly what you said. I switched over my microphone, and I'm not sure exactly what you're talking about, but what stories am I talking about here, sir?
Well, we were just weighing in on the pros and cons of early 90s Ninja Turtle movie music in between breaks in the action, so nothing of cosmic significance as Team Blue leads Team Gold 2-1 here with 8:40 to go in the second period, but that was a great chat you had with the Duquesne head coach.
Conrad Waite, yeah, I've known him for years. He's a good guy. The program is going places right now. Just something to keep an eye on. We're going to be talking with coaches all day whenever it's with the opportunities, and, you know, want to see these players progress to that next collegiate level or whatever they want to do with their lives, but the opportunity is there, and that's what we're trying to open up for them. So being able to hear from the coaches, being able to hear from the programs about what they're looking for in players, maybe it's something you start thinking about as a player. And, you know, you're looking at some of these prospective freshmen, sophomores, maybe you're not looking at colleges yet, but there's a possibility you can talk and see what plan, what path you want to be on. And you can get on the radar now. It's not like you're, you know, these guys are looking for players to come in and play at these ACHA collegiate levels, and it gives you something to do in college. It gives you something to work towards.
And I follow a lot of these club teams on social media as I try to follow a bunch of the interscholastic teams in the area, and a lot of PIHL players over the years have gone on to make a name for themselves in club hockey, especially Duquesne, especially Pitt, especially, you know, Slippery Rock, IUP, you name it.
Well, we were talking, you know, I've got a couple different coaches coming on later. Second game, the next game we have up, I'm going to have Rue Piat. Of course, if anybody knows that name, he was the former head coach at Trinity. He's working with the D3 club at West Virginia. He'll be on in the second period of the next game. And then I believe I have Mercyhurst coming on in the third period. So we'll be able to discuss that with them and talk about their individual programs and what they're bringing to the table.
Well, I'm looking forward to that first one you mentioned because I didn't know West Virginia had a club team. I honestly did not. I learned my obligatory new thing for the day. Thank you, sir.
I believe they launched it last year, and they are able to, you know, he's his Division III team. I don't know if he's working for the Division I right now or not, but he is definitely, there's a club team down there right now. I believe they play down at Morgantown Ice. But he's going to come on in a second period. We're going to talk about it a little bit. And, you know, I've known him for years going back to his days at Trinity. So he's a former Trinity player and, you know, coached the team for a couple seasons. So good guy out there. We're going to have a nice little chat in a second game.
Besides the college scouts being present, what goes on behind the scenes on PIHL All-Star Day? Because I get a little bit of an idea of how sausage is made, but we don't really get to see everything that you've been doing today. And you've been doing a lot of things, so
it's
applause and stick taps to you, sir.
It's 2:41 right now. I have 10,602 steps in, for almost 5 miles and 26 flights of stairs right now, and it's only 2:41. So I'm not going to lie to you right now. There's a lot going on to make sure that things run smooth, but everybody seems to be working together. The teams are working with us on there. There seem to be no major problems right now. You guys are doing a wonderful job, and everything is just coming together nicely, so I hope it continues. Ooh.
Owen Soroka nuzzles that nylon. The Big Red making their presence felt on All-Star Sunday, and Team Gold has tied the game at 2 with 6:27 to go in period 2. And we were talking about the Indians earlier, one of the feel-good stories.
I wanted to say this because you're talking about how we're going behind the scenes of All-Star Day. I want to talk to Matt Popchalk about the North Hills Indians 2022-23 season and how, as somebody who has a little bit vested in it, like I do with one of the teams out there, how does it feel, you know, to see this team go on this type of a tear right now, especially with players like Kiger, Feigl, and, you know, Soroka doing what they're doing?
You know, to see them play that game against Quaker Valley, which is also a program I love to watch. I've loved watching the Quakers compete over the years. That was a very big win for North Hills at the beginning of the month. And to see this team representing my alma mater, I'm a North Hills 01, if you want full disclosure.
I'm a Hempfield 04, so
there
trust
you go.
me, I've said it 1,000
Another
times.
fine program. They've had some great teams over the years. But yeah, North Hills with such a big win over Quaker Valley, an important win at the beginning of the month, and to be there for a great player like Alec Feigl, to see him skate and to see him get that milestone 100th varsity point. I mean, to get to call that game was like being shot out of a cannon. It really was a lot of fun.
And I got to apologize. I'm pretty sure I did botch Feigl again because his dad comes up and yells at me every time that I pronounce it. Oh, you mispronounced his name. Yep, I probably did it again just because it was in a random choice. So, but yeah, you got all 5 of them out there right now on one shift. You know, they're putting them all together. But I mean, it is what it is. This is a great little, you know, a program for them to come back up. A couple seasons ago, it was a down year. Now they're back up, and hopefully, you know, this is a challenging team right here. A single A is going to be interesting, but right now they have a heads up on everybody.
You weren't here to hear me say it before, but it seems like any of the teams being represented in this particular single A All-Star game, as the Blue Division teams are going to be coming up, they're going to get their chance in the next game. It seems like any one of these teams could literally go on a playoff run and win the Penguins Cup Championship, including North Hills, obviously, but Quaker Valley, West Allegheny, North Catholic, I mean, they're all kind of in it right now.
Oh, everybody's in it right now. A couple teams that are coming in. West Allegheny's on a tear right now, coming back into the postseason.
And thank you, sir. May I have another? Braden Martin gives the blue team their lead back. Continue, Mitch. I'm sorry.
McDowell's another interesting team right now, coming up from the JV ranks and running a Division II team a couple seasons ago, making their way into single A. And, of course, that run they went on last season. Now they're starting to bring those JV players, I mean, not the JV players, the underclassmen up to their senior years. And this is maybe a challenge for them. It really is a who's who right now of who's going to be in the postseason for these squads. The one thing I would like to say, and I have nothing to do with any of this, even though I am working with the media here this year, coordination, is that I appreciate that they allowed that the All-Stars for the single A, I believe that was something that John Muka started, to be able to split into two divisions because of the fact that how many teams compared to the other two classes are. So the 2 games allowed more players to be promoted and be able to say they were all-stars instead of 1 per team.
Braden Steffi of Quaker Valley on Team Gold
stick.
with a chance the other way. It was a good stick check there, and that was Colin Nera, the North Catholic junior, getting a piece of that one with 4:15 to go in period 2. It is now a 3-2 game in favor of the blue team, leading Team Gold in the Class A Gold Division All-Star game here at the Island Sports Center. And yeah, you thanked us earlier, and we appreciate the thank you. You're welcome, let me just say, first of all. Second of all, I mean, of course, you know, we love being here. We love being at this particular rink, both of us, for known reasons. We enjoy doing this. We're all having fun here today, I think, and even though it's not the same without John here, and he would have loved to be here, we're all carrying on as best we can and trying to have fun, and I think we're succeeding.
Yeah, this is exactly what he would wanted. Like I say, I always said it right as soon as everything, the news broke. It was like he would want the show to go on in the best way possible, and this is the best way possible, is to just go out and put on a show for the fans, put on a show for the parents, the people watching at home. That's what he always wanted, was just get youth hockey a little exposure, and that's what we're doing here. We're trying to do everything we can for them. So it's all about the ones on the ice, not, you know, no one else. You know, it takes a village to do it, and they're all out there having a great time. Oh, wow.
And you can break out the chapeaus for Braden Martin as he makes it a 4-2 game in favor of Team Blue with 3:09 to go in the second period. And Martin, as I said earlier, is number 2 among all Gold Division players in points in Class A, right behind his McDowell teammate, Nico Catalde. And McDowell played in the Penguins Cup Championship and unfortunately did not prevail just a year or 2 ago. And could we be seeing a harbinger of things to come here on All-Star Sunday?
Well, you got up and downs going on the ice right now. You look at it, Avonworth has had a rough month, rough January for Avonworth. They've fallen out of the playoff picture for now. West Allegheny able to slide in. But a team that has been up and down this year was West Allegheny. And I'm going to mention another team that plays out of Barrel that is in a position right now to actually make a little bit of noise and put it together a little bit has been Moon. Moon has more games left than anybody. They're the ones keeping a lot of teams from clinching their playoff berths because of the amount of games. And they've come on strong lately. They've got a couple really big victories in the last couple weeks. And watch out for the Tigers because they have an opportunity. Oh, see?
Speaking of the Moon Tigers, you speak of the devil comes calling. That's Braden Woods, their leading scorer, getting a goal back for the Gold team.
And that's one thing you got to look at. Montour has been very strong. It's just been strong all over, but Moon has been running around 500 all season, but lately they've got, like I said, a couple of those marquee wins. And they're doing it the hard way. They're not doing it the easy way. They're beating a lot of the teams that they need to beat. So,
and to your point, we saw them on PIHL Hockey Night Live on 10-Band TV just not long ago, defeating the Blackhawk Cougars in a hard-fought 3-2 game. And it was just as you said, nothing fancy, but they're a grinding team. They play just well enough to win, and they've got behind the bench their head coach who is helping coach the blue team today, Jeff Tyndall. And I feel like you name any team in Western Pennsylvania, Jeff Tyndall has probably coached it at some point. He's been around a very long time.
PIHL Girls Division West team last year. They lost in the semis, of course, but they had the best regular season. Oh, nice shot.
A seeing eye puck through traffic. You don't see that kind of traffic taking exit 65, but Dalton Zolka beat it all. Business starting to pick up as soon as Brian Mitchell shows up. Of course it does.
Of course, we start talking, you know.
Yeah,
that's how it works. We just bring it in. We put that aura in the world, and it just comes, it just comes to life. We're like, okay, we're gonna have more scoring. Hey, put Mitch and Popchalk together. We're gonna end up having like 18 goals, and we're gonna just talk about hockey all day.
It is 5-3 now in favor of Team Blue with 1:43 to go in the second period. Again, there will be no ice cut between the second and third, as there would be during a proper PIHL game, but we're going to keep things moving here today, and it's an interesting throwback as well, playing the 15-minute periods. A little bit of a taste of what the league was like when I first started covering it many years ago, as they used to play normally 15-minute periods.
Yeah, I like it. It's a little bit easier. I mean, every once in a while there's a good reason for that second ice cut, the second period ice cut. Of course, Jared Todd-Hunter running the photography for the league this evening. He's actually like running around, we don't have an ice cut. I'm like, no, we don't have an ice cut. So he doesn't have the time to do the action photos for us right now, but he'll have them for us. They'll be up on the league website all week. So whenever we get them all done, we're there. I'm probably going to be leaving you after this period, though, so I got to get to work again. So
you mentioned earlier about the alignment of PIHL Class A. We've talked about how there are 23 teams, more than any of the 4 PIHL classifications, which obviously makes the playoff picture interesting for us to cover as the season goes on. Are you, from your own vantage point, hearing any rumblings that going forward any changes might be afoot in terms of alignment in the long haul? Or are we going to see things pretty much status quo, do you think?
You mean beyond the season or beyond? Okay, well, I can't speak beyond the season because I can't think of what's going to happen tomorrow. So
okay.
I'm going to speak for what's going to happen tomorrow, and I'm like, I don't know. So I think that a lot of the idea, in my personal opinion, I'll give you my personal because I can't speak from a business standpoint. I really appreciate that they went to an 11-team division AA, and having the 11-team AAA keeps it even keel for everybody. Top 8 makes it because it becomes now these programs that want to build their programs have to earn their way into these upper divisions, and the teams that are there now need to stay. They want to stay. And you're seeing some teams get a better chance to be competitive by dropping down. Some teams coming in, like, look at a lot of the teams right now that were AA in the last couple seasons. Now they're playing in a single A, and a lot of the single A teams moving up to AA. And Thomas Jefferson, look at what they're doing in AA right now after a couple seasons in single A. I mean, that's what it's here for. Indiana, another team that you look at, and you're like, well, they're competing in single A. Had a hard couple of seasons in AA. You look at it and you're like, does it work? And it does, because you get these competitive games. You get teams like North Hills. They were up.
Now they're back down. Oh, .2.
With just 0.2 ticks to talk, getting the goal for Team Gold appears to be Emilio Laracuente. He just barely beat the buzzer and beat Evan Kennelly, who has played very well opposite his West Allegheny counterpart for Team Gold, Riley Latta. And so that'll make it a 5-4 game as the period is about to expire. And thank you for joining me, Brian Mitchell,
Hey, no
for
problem.
the balance of the period.
They had to get one more in while we were up here talking, I guess. So, all right, thank you, Mr. Popchalk. I will see you when I see you, sir.
Yes, you will. And we'll be hearing from Brian Mitchell, PIHL Media Coordinator, throughout the day here. He's gotten some great exclusive interviews for us, and great to catch up with him during the PIHL All-Star Games as well. Through 2 periods in the Class A Gold Division All-Star Game, it is Team Blue 5, Team Gold 4. I'm Matt Popchalk, and you're watching PIHL Hockey Night Live on 10-Band TV, presented by Weight Loss Direct.
Goal, 0.2 seconds. Steffi Stramaric.
And we are back here before the beginning of period 3 of the Class A Gold Division All-Star Game, where Team Gold leads Team Blue. I misspoke before the break. It is Team Gold leading Team Blue by a score of 5-4. Team Gold wearing the dark jerseys.
Team Blue 20.
Braden Martin of McDowell with a hat trick for Team Blue. Dalton Zolka, the Montour senior, adding a goal for Team Blue thus far. On the Team Gold side, 5 different goal scorers, including the one who scored just before time ran out in the second period, Emilio Laracuente, the North Catholic junior. Austin Gaddy of Avonworth also scoring the first goal of the game for the Gold team. And Braden Steffi of Quaker Valley, as we were discussing things with Brian Mitchell, the Quaker Valley senior got a goal for Team Gold. So we want to make note of that. And the other goal scorers, Braden Woods, the Moon senior, and Owen Soroka, the North Hills senior. And so it is Team Gold with a 5-4 lead over Team Blue as third period play is underway here inside the Clearview Arena, part of the RMU Island Sports Center, where we'll be playing Division I hockey in less than 9 months' time. Not that we're counting the days or anything, some of us. Brady Nairn in the corner defensively for Team Blue. Gave it away to Braden Woods. Woods had one of those second period goals for Team Gold to help that team take the lead. And it comes in behind the net for Andrew Nazak. Nazak to the point for Soroka, who also scored in the second period. That cross-ice pass to his North Hills teammate Spivak was picked off by Gino Heenan, and Heenan couldn't handle that centering pass from Giorgio in the high slot area. Now coming over the line is Nara. Nara from a bad angle. This puck comes back to center where Hively has to retreat. And he and Giorgio will casually cross paths as this outlet pass is given away to Tony Kiger, the North Hills captain for Braden Woods. Woods right on the doorstep as it's poked out of there, and Woods is taken down hard by Giorgio. The net dislodged behind the new goaltender for the blue team, Ryan Elkin, the McDowell senior. Elkin coming into the All-Star break with a 2.12 goals against average and .893 save percentage, 1 shutout to his credit. The Trojans are an interesting team as the stretch run of the regular season commences. Tiger to the cage, loose in front, turnaround try by Fiegel. He couldn't find the net. A break there for Team Blue. Soroka through a crowd just wide of the net. That might have caught a stick on its way toward the 4x6 area. Scheffler to Spivak defensively for Team Gold. Outletting it to Soroka. Now for Scheffler. Scheffler over the blue line. Scheffler dropping. Slap shot rather by Soroka is denied by Elkin. Team Blue comes back looking for an equalizer in a 5-4 game. Shot from the edge of the right circle by Zolka is denied by Riley Latta. Zolka attempting a centering pass there, but he was too well guarded by Soroka. And Scheffler for that matter, as Scheffler tries to play it defensively. It comes to Hofer instead, out in front for Giorgio, just beyond his reach at the edge of the crease. Owen Keister, the Blackhawk youth, to the far corner. Keister had his teammate at Blackhawk High School, Hofer, open for a moment. But it's going to be given up now to Soroka, and Soroka outlets it for Fiegel. Fiegel in over the blue line. Fiegel, bottom of the right circle. Fiegel out in front. Oh, tried to do it all himself. Lost the puck at the last moment. Hofer goes near side for Tepsik. Bearing down on him defensively is Kiesel and Watson. Tepsik has this puck now, and he shoots it off the shoulder of his own goaltender for West Allegheny, Riley Latta. Oh, we love those teammates against teammates. Nothing like friendly competition in a PIHL All-Star game. Dawson from distance. That went wide of Latta's glove hand. Latta, a left-handed glove. He's what Sidney Crosby would call a silly sider. An unusual occurrence at any level of hockey, a left-handed catching goalie. Will Watson with it. High slot area. He scores! Watson is notorious for those long seeing eye shots from distance. We've seen him score on a couple of those in regular season play, and he gets a goal for Team Gold to extend their lead to 6-4 with 10-12 to go in the third period. So North Hills and Quaker Valley, the top two teams in the Gold Division, now both have players on the board in the Gold Division Class A All-Star game. Watson defensively surveys the play, outlets it for his Quaker Valley teammate Braden Steffi. Up to Ben Carlson. Carlson snapper. That went wide of Elkin. Now Carlson just barely missing the net there as the McDowell trio now is on for Team Blue. Puck in behind the Team Gold net. Comes up to the point. Offside. Colin Nero was unaware as Team Blue has to tag up now and does. And Kiesel gets the primary helper on that Watson goal. Wouldn't you know it? Kind of fitting there as it's a 2-goal game now with 9:25 to go on a running third period clock. Pasquale Havley 1-on-2 for Team Blue. Centers it. Shot. Score! 4 on the floor for Braden Martin. And he is doing Trojans work to get Team Blue to within 1. A 4-goal PIHL All-Star game for Braden Martin. Riley Latta at the other end has been one of the busiest goaltenders in Class A during the regular season. Latta's save percentage entering the All-Star break was at .845, and with all the minutes he's played, over 666 minutes of varsity action. I'm stunned that that number isn't higher. He's seen a lot of shots in the games he has started for West Allegheny and A.J. Coleman's club this season. Coleman, of course, an assistant coach on Team Gold today.
Scored by number 88, Braden Martin. Assisted by number 72,
Martin,
Val
left or right
Hoffley.
circle, excuse me.
Time of the goal, 9:18.
Looked for Ty Turner, but he was too well covered.
At 9:18.
And Team Gold tries to work it back to center. Martin with it now for Team Blue. Centers it, shot, kick save made there by Lotta. And a nimble one at that. Martin cross ice. Snapper, Lotta with a save again, denying Hively. That dump in had to be denied by Riley Lotta. Had to be aware of that funny puck bounce. And that can happen on an ice surface that hasn't been cut the way it normally would be prior to the start of a third period. Under 8 to go in regulation now. Team Gold 6, Team Blue 5 in the PIHL Class A Gold Division All-Star Game. The Class A Blue Division All-Star Game is coming up next here live on 10 Band TV. Dawson in front of his own bench. Under the stick of Soroka. Spivak had that clearing attempt cut off by Barry. Out in front it comes. Now drop for Barry. Barry on goal. Off balance save, made by Lotta. And Cameronese hit from behind. Penalty coming up here. For the first time all day, we have a penalty, and we will have a power play to go with it in an all-star game. Ryan Berry, the guilty party for Team Blue. Team Gold with a chance to get back its 2-goal lead on the power play here with 7:18 to go in the third after conceding that goal to Braden Martin, his 4th of the day. And it's an all North Hills power play. Look at this. Jeremy Swegman putting all his eggs in one basket. Soroka through a crowd. That save is made by Elkin. And Giorgio will outlet it too far for Brady Nairn, but Nairn has it shorthanded now for Team Blue. Drop pass for Hively. Good poke check by Spivak. And giving chase now is Kiger. Kiger going to get there, come in over the line. Has Nazak going down the middle to Nazak on the side of the net. Nazak couldn't shoot it cleanly. Giorgio got in the way of that one. Kiger now. His shot blocked by Giorgio. Good gap control by the West Allegheny forward. Kiger for Soroka. Soroka, side of the net for Fiegel. Fiegel shoots, save made. Rebound controlled by Hines. Hines is pinned against the corner by Nazak midway through the Team Gold power play. And up to the point it comes to Soroka. Soroka for Nazak. Nazak down low, out in front. It's a one-touch shot. Kiger didn't shoot that cleanly. Didn't get everything he wanted to on it. Fiegel with it for Team Gold. Out in front for Soroka. Soroka shooting. Blocker save made by Elkin. Good stop there by the McDowell product, and it's cleared by Zolka. Final half minute of the man advantage as Lotta plays it to his left. Well, Jeremy Swegman has applauded the team atmosphere of his locker room this season as a big key to North Hills' unusual success. And all his North Hills players, his all-star representatives, got some ice time there on the power play. Unable to score, though, as time ticks away. And now it's a Quaker Valley grouping out on the power play for Team Gold, but unable to get another shot on net as Gino Heenan helps kill the penalty successfully, and Ryan Berry comes back on. Carlson in over the line as we're back to 5-a-side. Drops for Lara Quente. Watson trying to keep it in the zone. He does. Bouncing puck. Controlled by Lara Quente. Trying to go back to Carlson. Nothing doing. Dawson defensively. Dawson for Heenan. Bounces it off the near boards. Intended for Hofer. Cut off by Steffi. And Lara Quente gets it deep. And Team Gold wants to make a line change here with 4:40 to go in the third. And a chance possibly the other way for Team Blue. The Blackhawk duo thought they had something going there, but a good poke check by Kiesel. Heenan behind the Team Gold net. Heenan out in front. One-timer is partially blocked. That was Jake Hofer taking that shot for Team Blue. And this 50-50 battle will be won by the blue team and sent deep as that squad is making a change on the fly. Owen Keister with a steal, and he puts it off of Lotta, and that might have caught a piece of the post as well to Lotta's left. I didn't hear a clang, but it looked like it took that kind of a bounce. Luke Hines from above the right circle, and behind the net for Hofer. Hofer under duress from Kiesel, gets it to Hines. Hines on the doorstep, intended for Keister. Keister puts it through the blue paint. Oh, how did Lotta keep that one out? Now it goes under the stick of the Char Valley defenseman, who goes D to D with Ty Turner. Correction, Alex Lim trying to get that outside the Team Blue area, and eventually does. Hofer pressing for Team Blue as Team Gold goes near side to Ethan Kloss, and this will be long enough for icing against the Gold squad with 3:10 to go in regulation, and Team Gold leading Team Blue by a score of 6-5. Braden Martin, the unofficial MVP candidate, with 4 goals for Team Blue. 6 different goal scores for Team Gold to this point. Braden Steffi, by the way, was credited with that buzzer beater at the end of the second period, so that goal does not belong to Emilio Larquente. Braden Steffi has 2 for Team Gold, so I have to revise my earlier statement, as Steffi has a multi-goal game. Larquente with a couple of assists, though, in this Class A Gold Division All-Star affair. Good save there by Lotta. Lotta denies a rebound, and Team Blue had a yawning net to shoot at, but Turner couldn't find the puck as Woods counterattacks for Team Gold. Woods from an angle, save made Elkin. Woods gets his own rebound. Woods with a nifty little maneuver there. Doorstep for Cameron East. Woods driving the net now. It's still loose. And Elkins McDowell teammates help him out a bit there as it comes up ahead of Catalde. Catalde turns around to play this puck, but gave it right away to Avery Leffler. Leffler plays it off his own glass behind the net and out to Cameron East defensively for Team Gold. Good keep there by Ty Turner. Gave it right back to Cameron East, though. That trio may be a little tired as Team Blue resets the play in its own end. Final 2 minutes of the third period. Team Blue looking for an equalizer, and Riley Lotta makes 2 saves, and the rebound is behind him, and it's somehow kept out. Colin Narrow with it for the blue team. He puts it on goal, and again, Riley Lotta makes the save, and there is no rebound. Well, Wanner had 12 saves for the Gold team during his time in goal. Noah Britton has been credited with a pair, and Riley Lotta's stats are live. They are incomplete at the moment, but I imagine he's got quite a few by now. Lotta's used to a heavy workload, as we said. Brady Nairn with a nice little deke there, but he couldn't keep his feet, and the North Hills grouping is back on the ice at the end of this game for the Gold team. Colin Nara takes this puck away from Spivak, but Soroka has it. Soroka wide of the net. Fiegel side of the net. Score! No, is it in? No, it is not. I thought Fiegel pinballed that in off the back of Elkin. And Fiegel can't believe it. Neither can we. Elkin made the save and the net was dislodged. That's why you heard the whistle. And it remains a 6-5 game. My goodness.
1 minute remaining in the period. 1 minute.
Net empty down to our left as Team Blue needs one to tie. Spivak through a crowd. Nice glove save there as Elkins says, I'll take that. Thank you very much. Some great back and forth action. A lot of great talent on the ice in this goal division as the empty net is just barely missed by Ryan Berry. I think that was Berry pulling the trigger anyway. That happened right off the faceoff. And Jake Hofer is going to take the faceoff for Blackhawk, representing Team Gold. Representing Team Blue, excuse me. Team Gold has it at the right point. Kiger to the corner for Fiegel. Final half minute of regulation play. Team Gold has the puck. Team Blue needs a goal to tie. Elkin doesn't know where it is. Wraparound attempt by Kiger is shielded off by Berry. Berry again shooting for the empty net, but Soroka there to block it. Three seconds left. Comes out in front, wide of Elkin's glove. And the buzzer sounds. Hockey hugs for Ryan Elkin from Dylan Bork as the scoreboard is corrected on both sides of Clearview Arena at the RMU Island Sports Center.
Final score, Team Gold 6, Team Blue 5.
Team Gold taking the victory. And your final score of this Class A Gold Division All-Star game is Team Blue 6, Team Gold 5.
Team Blue 30 shots and Team Gold 29 shots. Fans, one more time.
And your final score, as I correct myself,
2023 PIHL
is Team Gold 6, Team Blue 5. Again, scoreboards had it reversed. We apologize, but even in an exhibition game, we want to make sure we get it right. So Team Gold is victorious by a final score of 6-5. And Team Gold and Team Blue in the Class A Blue Division All-Star game will be facing off against one another next. I'm Matt Popchalk, and continuing coverage of the PIHL All-Star Games here at the RMU Island Sports Center in Clearview Arena rolls on, and it's all presented by Weight Loss Direct. Okay, I'm officially confused. How did I F up that score?
I don't think you know, I think they
Yeah, something happened there that I didn't catch. Yeah. Something must have happened when I was talking with Mitch, like a goal was missed or something, because I have no idea how I messed that up. I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm not, okay. Montour kid that scored for the blue team, that goal must have been waved off, and I didn't catch it because I'm positive that he's.
Ah, look at him, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, climbing his way through the corporate rat race. We've all been there, focused on that next raise, promotion, chocolate bar. Keeping an eye on your health can be exhausting. Weight Loss Direct is a personalized wellness and weight loss program. You utilize an AI algorithm to determine your specific foods and match you with a real-life coach and an easy-to-follow meal plan so you could stay on track to success and health. Check out weightlossdirect.com to learn more.